Hey students, so today we are going to discuss the topic of energy transformation. Okay, energy is the ability to do work or cause change. There are many different forms of energy. Okay, so in simple terms, energy is a power that allows things to move, work, or make a change happen. Okay, and without energy, nothing would ever happen. Okay, here are some examples. Sound energy, what we hear, like a drum or a voice. Okay, light energy, like what we see, like a light bulb or the sun. Heat energy, what makes things warm, like a stove or a heater. And energy of motion, which is anything that is moving, like a rolling ball or a running child. Okay, electrical energy, the power that runs our gadgets, like a TV or a phone or a charger. Okay. So basically, energy does not just disappear, instead, it converts, which is just a fancy word for changes. Okay, for example, when you turn on a toaster, electrical energy goes in and it changes into heat energy to toast your bread, and light energy. Okay, that orange glow you see. Okay, so energy can be converted or changed from one form to another. The first one is sound energy. Sound energy is what we hear when something makes a noise. It happens when something vibrates, like when we talk, playing an instrument, or clap our hands. Like you can say that sound energy is made when things vibrate, like they move back and forth very fast, like playing a guitar. Okay? So, light energy. Light energy is a type of energy that lets us see things. The sunlight, light bulbs, and flashlights all give off light energy, helping us see during the day or at night. Okay, so this is an energy that helps us see the world around us. For example, you can say that the sun shining during the day and a flashlight at night or a light bulb in your room. Okay, it's all are the examples of light energy. Okay, the next one is heat energy. Heat energy is what makes things warm or hot. It comes from the sun, fire, stoves, and even our own bodies. It helps keeps us warm and is used to cook food. Okay, so heat energy makes things feel warm or hot. We use it to stay cozy or to cook our meals. For example, the warmth from a fire, a hot stove, okay, etc. are the examples of heat energy. Okay, energy of motion. The energy of motion is the energy that things have when they are moving. A car driving, a ball rolling, or a person running all have energy because they are moving. Okay, so you can say that anything that is in the middle of moving has this energy. It's not still, it has motion energy. For example, a driving car, okay, a ball rolling on the grass, or you running during recess. Okay, all are the examples of energy of motion. Okay, electrical energy. Electrical energy is a kind of energy that powers like things like TVs, computers, and lights. It comes from electricity which flows through wires and makes many of the things we use everyday work. Okay, so you can say that this is energy that travels through wires to make our electronics work. For example, it powers your TV, your computer. Okay, here we have example of violin. When you drag a bow across the string of a violin, the string vibrate or move back and forth very quickly. The energy of motion from this vibration converts to sound energy, which we hear as music. Okay, so dragging a bow across the string of a violin converts energy of motion to sound energy. So this basically about uses a violin to show how energy changes. Like the first is action, which is when you pull a bow across the strings, they move back and forth very fast. This is basically vibrating, okay? And the change is the energy of motion turns into sound energy that travels to your ears, okay? So this is an example of energy conversion. Okay, conclusion. Energy is all around us and comes in many forms. Sound energy helps us hear, light energy lets us see, heat energy keep us warm, energy of motion makes things move, and electrical energy powers many of the devices we use every day. Understanding these different types of energy helps us see how important energy in our daily life. Okay, so you can say that energy is everywhere and helps us in many ways. Like sound energy lets us hear music and voices. So by understanding these different types, we can see how the world works and how one kind of power can turn into another. Okay.